Shalom, sister. All right. Right. Shalom, which means peace, right? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of General Yana. It's up to the 1 West to the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach truth about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man being woman and child, of course, being the biblical Israelites of the Bible, right? Today is the ISUPK Sabbath Service in Trinidad, right? We saw Sata's watcher, right? And with that, of course, like and share the live. We appreciate you coming through, right? Right. Right. All right. So the Panya Padam, which means the tenant face the east south, which means the 10. Right. God's prayer to you first. Have a now. Shabbat Shemai. Kodash. Ya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Tabaha. Ratazaka. Aya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Ya. Washmai. Tananau. Makam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalaknau. Kapubatnau. Kasalatnau. Kapubatinau. Wala'a. Tabaa'ainau. Walasayawan. Abal. Washainau. Ayan. Ra. Ya. Maka. Malakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. Maiwalami. Aman. In the English, what we just said was, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, give us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. In the Hakam, we pray for the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Bakashah, Tananau, Aka, Aka, Rabah, Kamakala, Kamarawa, Aka, Ata, Matasarian, Aka, Ata, Aka, La Koyam, Amantia, Aka, Arawa, Atamaal, Atarashim, Ashim Yahushai, Walama. In the English, we just said, us, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the fought to his death, fought against the king's spirits. God's no, the new Biawasha, so be it. The first blessed Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Rabbeinu, Ba'ashala, Ba'aliyah, Safari, Barak, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wadama. We just said in the English was Lord, in the name of Yahushai, bless us, and the church, and the school, in the name of Yahushai, and so be it. All right, it's the Psalm 121 in Hebrew, Ashar, Yel, Al-Hahari, Ba'ayel, Ba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ay, Yahweh, Isha, Shemiyam, Ba'aramiza, Aliyatan, Namawat, Gata, Aliyanawam, Shemar, Na, La'a, Inawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shoma, Sha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarata, Yahweh, Zat, Aliyah, Yemenka, Yawamam, Shamash, La'a, Yakaka, Oriya, Walayala, Yahweh, Shemarata, Wakara, Shema, Akapash, Yahweh, Shema, Tazat, Abawa'ata, Ma'ay, Wa'i, Walam. In the English, we just said was, I lift up my hands into the hills. What's coming from my head? My head comes from the most side. Never know. You will not suffer like that to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that giveth the church, and then slumber nor sleep. The most high is thy keeper. The most high is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The most high shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The most high shall preserve thy in all that thy coming in. From this time forth. Right, the Psalms are the three Hebrew. Al-Hayy, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Dakarash, Al-Shafat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yamayawan, Mama Shamayaka, Sha'a, Slaki, Sha'awa, Rash, Al-Maka, Yahima, Sawad, Ya, Yahaika Sawa, Al-Sabawanaka, Awa, Awa, Makakidam, Malgawiya, ولا الزكاة شمس شعار أجوال كيان وعيد سواء لا بكروة عائلة قرية براتوة عالية الوام ويشماي أيام وآبا وهاجاري كبار عينوان وعملاء فرشات عامي شاكي تزوو كام شوو تلوا أيام أيوا زروا بنيلوا سلا عيش الأهم كمالي السياسة رعاة يمي الرعاة يشرب ماشي الشمالوة ويأين الأراء إقواء من العادة لا أدام شيء تم الدم هو الزعاب الزباق الزمناي كان سياق هو الشعب هو العرش النواة هو العيم الحياة شيء تم الدلدلة الفحش الفن الرقاء العش العير وكالعابة العاد أو اليوم نمدع لبنى والسعارة والساع وقافة تبعلم والعاء والنعم والوان والفشل شمكاء أو الفشل أجاب هالو ياي بالفاو ويا بارو ويا دايو ويا شمكاء أو بان الوان لا راتلس. Right, so in the English what we just said was, keep down our silence, O Most High, hold not thy peace, be not still, O Most High. For lo, thy enemies make them all, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are conferred against thee, Tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, Moab, and Amorites, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also joined with them. They have hold for the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the book of his son, which perished at Endor, became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a rep, like them. Yea, all the princes of Zabah and Azamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of the Most High in possession. O my power, make them like the whale, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth in wood, and the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempests, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may see thy name, O Most High. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. When we know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, and the Most High over all years. This is the ISUPK Christian. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, the prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel and refuse to give its school. Force the riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, Russia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posikomatati, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring such destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words to all the planet Earth. That lose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro to the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael and Gabriel come down and find sources and punish all the heathens that come up against us and to speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. This is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, to all the whole world. Cause it to shake by coming. In the name of Yahweh, come you always, so be it. Psalm is the third. Right? So feel free to drop all the questions over the guest instead of calling. If you understand what it is to do in here and how this builds down, how this benefit the whole planet, especially super black planet can live in. La Yashana, which means to Israel. Right, Yeshua, which means to be seated. So today we just continue on from where we leave off last week. Exodus chapter 38 and verse 16. In the Hebrew, Tal, Kola Aya, Akatazar, Sabayab, Shashar, Shazar, verse 17, Waha, Adanayam, La'ai, Madayam, Nakashah, Oboya, Ai, Owadayam, Waka, Shawa, Oyaha, Oyaham, Salakia, Tasa, Wataza, Oboya, Ra'a, Shayaham, Tasa, Waham, Maka, Shakoyam, Tasa, Ka, Aimadia, Aka, Taza. Right? I'll give you a minute, it's coming up. who's utility Hebrew, Omar, Amasak, Sha'ira, Kamgani. Yo, there's this Abda, Azar, Aisha, Bakam, Dakalak, Wa'a, Bagaman, Wata, Wala'aita, Shanya, Washasha, Washaza, Wa'ai, Sharayam, Amma, Arak, Wakwa, Amma, Barakam, Barakah, Kamash, Amawah, Aima, Wala'aya, Zah, verse 19, Wa'ai, Madayaham, Araba'aiha, Wa'a, Danayaham, Arabaiha, Nakashak, Wa, Yaham, Kasa, Watazah, Wawaya, Ra'asha, Yaham, Waka, Shakoyaham, Asa. Verse 20, Waka, Ayatada, Lama, Shakan, Wala, Tataza, Sabayab, Naka, Nakasha. Verse 21, Allah, Pakawada, Badaya, Amma, Shakan, Washakan, Aida, Asha, Wakad, Aya, Washa, Ibada, Allah, Wayam, Wayad, Aya, Tama, Ban, Aharon, Akayan, Akahan, verse 22, Baba, Tasla Aila, Tasla Ala, Ban, Awa, Awaria, Ban, Awa, Lamata, Yahawada, Aisha, Ka, Asha, Tazawaha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha. Right, so in English, Exodus chapter 38 and verse 16. Right. All the hangings of the court round about were fine twined linen, verse 17, and the sockets of the pillars were brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters of silver. All the pillars of the court were filleted with silver, verse 18, and the hanging for the gate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, and 20 cubits was the length, and the height in the breadth was 5 cubits, answerable to the hangings of the court was 19, and their pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass 4, their hooks of silver and the overlaying of their chapiters and their fillets of silver. Verse 20. All the pins of the tabernacle and the court round about were of brass. Verse 21. This is the sum of the tabernacle, even of the tabernacle of testimony, as it was counted, according to the commandment of Moses, for the service of the Levites, by the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Verse 22. And Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made all that the Lord commanded Moses. Again, black people, we don't know that we have a culture. We used to think before Trinidad was established, before Jamaica was established, all them places that is just 500 years old. A lot of people having that identity crisis or problems understanding certain things because you don't know where you come from basically, especially Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Right? Recently, of course, you see Prime Minister movie from India come across there and he was talking about ancestry and all that. Right? Thing is, they could at least do that because they have their culture intact. They have their records and everything like that intact. Black people, your leaders not interested in that. They don't think it's important to go that route and help people them come back to where they're supposed to be. Right? That is why these videos like this going on, because if your prime ministers and your politicians and they was interested in helping you get back to where you're supposed to be, then you will get the same benefits that the other races just get when they have their identity and their nationality and the togetherness basically, when they have the structure in place. But because, you understand, that is not the case, then the Lord had to raise up men. That's like He doing in the Bible here, right? To come back to show you, okay, this is why we have things like this, and they finally reading on. We just not the same day because it's something else funny, and I can't understand it. Of course, you can't understand because you don't know that this is your language. You have many different languages. People who speak all kind of different languages, you can tell them, nah, I don't understand what they say in there. But that is not for them. That is not their own. That is Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian culture. Right? We know. Right? So again, if you don't leave any questions, let us check through and see if you leave any questions in. Right? If you leave it here, you can leave it on the pages and I'm calling. Let's send it in the chat and we go respond accordingly. Right? When we get the time over the years. Let's see. Right? Reading on in the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 38 and verse 23. Wakawa Ahalaya Abba Bag Aka Esmak Lama Lamata Dan Karash Waka Wakashab Wara Warakam Wata Kalak Waba Aragaman Waba Tawa Laaita Ashanya Waba Shasha verse 24 Ka Azahar Ha'a Salakia Ha'ai Shawara Shawaya Salakia Lama La'aka Bakal Mala'a Ma'alaka Akodash Waya Aya Zahab Akka Nawaka Tasha'ai Ta'ai Sharayam Takara Shabai Mawak Bashar Shalashim Shakal Bashakal Akadash verse 25 Wakasak Akawad Pakawad, the Ya, Aida, Ata, Kaka, wa Allah, wa Sabai, Mawa, Waka, Masha, wa Sabayam, Kau, Shakal, wa Shakal, Akadash, verse 26. Matai, Lagda, 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 Makatazayat, Ashakal, Washakal, Akadash, Bakal, Aiba, Ail, Apaka, the Yam, Muban, Aishariyam, Shana, Amad, Ama Aila, Shasha, Mawaf, Alapa, Washal, Washa, Lashat, Alapayam, Waka, Kamash, Mawaf, Waka, Mashayam, Wisdom, Wayay, Aya, Mata, Kaya, Kara, Ka, Aka, Atasak, Atasakat, Ab, Adanya, Akadash, Wata, Adanaya, Aparakat, Mata, Adanayam, Namata, Akaka, Ka, Laadan, Ustoniit, Wata, Aalaf, Mashabai, Amawat, Waka, Masha, Mashabayam, Aisha, Wawayam, Laai, Mawadayam, Watazapa, Ta'a, Shayaham, Wakashak, Afam, verse 29, Na, Kashat, Ata, Nawapa, Shabaayam, Taka, Alapayam, Ba'a, Ba, Marawat, Ma'awat, Shakal. In the English, Exodus chapter 38 and verse 22. And with him was Aholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, an engraver, and a cunning workman, and an embroiderer in blue, and in purple, and in scarlet, and in fine linen. Verse 24. all the gold that was occupied for the work and all the work of the holy place, even the gold of the offering, was 29 talents and 730 shekels. After the shekel of the sanctuary was 25, the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation was 100 talents, and 703 score and 15 shekels. After the shekel of the sanctuary was 26, a bekah for every man. That is half a shekel. After the shekel of the sanctuary for everyone that went to be numbered from 20, right? From 20 years old and upward for 600,000 and 3 score, 3,550 men was 27. And of the 100 talents of silver were cast the sockets of the sanctuary and the sockets of the veil, and 100 sockets of the 100 talents. A talent for a socket was 28. And of the 1,775 shekels, he made hooks for the pillars, and overlaid their chapiters, and filleted them was 29. And the brass of the offering was 70 talents, and 2,400 shekels. Okay? Some people like to talk about like long time they used to just trade and like shells and nothing of them thing, right? Because they just don't know history, they don't know the Bible, and their culture, their actual people that used to live more uncivilized. You understand? Black people taught white people, right? So-called white people how to bathe and all them different things, and that a lot of stuff that they were doing off. Because since the beginning, the Lord given instructions in terms of how to live, what to do, how to think, what you're supposed to be, what kind of spirit you're supposed to have on. You know what I mean? The kind of conduct, right? That is important to have as a man, especially as an Israelite man, which is a super black Hispanic Native Indian man, right? And how to have your communities and your families everyone in that particular manner. So this is nothing strange to us that we used to deal with money and see the age that they connect years and up, you know, from that time you have to be so responsible that you need to try to find your way around all the different things. You ready for war and all them things to show you. And you could go on a battlefield and go against fierce warriors, you understand, in different races and all of that. Right? It needs to defend the land and the most side, which is order and structure and proper living on the planet. Right? So all that time that we fight them to do certain things and you're precise, you're precisely white man, you see how leaders have become. And our society is that 20 years old, you know, from tail from already good and all that. That's not our culture. When the wicked rule, that's what is happening. Some people don't know what to do because they never, well, that was never their culture. Their culture was never about that. Our culture, we did not really for this. Coming back, that's why we have these classes. Share the live and after want to question the fight. Send it to the chat. When come my see remember TikTok those same live. Right? So go back and send in the question that they may have. Nobody gets to the chat, and we have it. That's what we hear. That's what we use in the past. Like if you like them, and someone share it, but please. Right? We don't know. Book of Exodus, chapter 38 and verse 30. Right? وَيَا Aisha, Baha, Adonaya, Bakak, Ahala, Bawaida, Wata, Masabah, Anna, Asha, Wata, Makaba, Anna, Asha, Lawa, Wata, Ka, Kalaya, Amma, Sabah. Verse 31. Wata, Adonaya, Adonai, Sabayam, Wata, Adonaya, Sha'ira, Akatazar, Wata, Kal, Yatada, Ama, Shakan, Wata, Kal, Yata, Yatada, Akatazar, Sabayag, Exodus chapter 39 and verse 1. Mana, Atakalak, Waha, Aragamana, Wata, Wala Aita, Shanya, Aishawa, Bagadaya, Shabrad, Lasha, Asherah, Wakadash, Waya, Aishawa, Bagadaya, Akadash, Asha, La Aharon, Dasha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha, verse 2. Waya Aisha, Apa, Zahab, Takala, Wa'ara, Tumana, Wata, Walaita, Shamya, Washasha, Washaza, verse 3. Waya, Waka Aisha, Waka Aiwa, Wakaya, Azahab, Wakwa, Taza, Wata, Yalum, La'ai, Shawak, Wata, Watawak, Ata, Kala, Waba, Tawak, Ta'a, Wagamana, Waba, Tawak, Tawa, La'aita, Ashanya, Waba, Tawak, Ashasha, Ma'aisha, Masha, was 4. Kata, Katapa, Aishawa, Tawa, Taba, Tabarak, Ai, Shanya, Za, Tawa, Taba, verse 5. Ka, Kisham, Apada, Asha, Ailewa, Namanawa, Awa'a, Ma, Aishawa, Zaham, Taka, Kalak, Takalak, Wa'a, Wagamana, Wata, Wala'aita, Shanya, Washasha, Washaza, Tasha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha. Right? In the English, the book of Exodus, chapter 38 and verse 30. And therewith he made the sockets of the door, the tabernacle of the congregation, the brazen altar, the brazen great point, right? And all the vessels of the altar, and the sockets of the court round about. and all the pins, and the sockets of the court round about, and the sockets of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about. Right? Exodus chapter 39 and verse 1. And of the blue and purple and scarlet, they made cloths of service to do service in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron, as the Most High commanded Moses. Verse 2. And he made the ephod of gold, blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. Verse 3. And they did beat the gold into thin plates and cut it into wires to work it in the blue and in the purple and in the scarlet and in the fine linen with cutting work. Verse 4. They made shoulder pieces for it to couple it together. By the two edges was it coupled together. Verse 5. And the curious girdle of his ephod that was upon it was of the same, according to the work thereof, of gold, blue and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, as the Lord commanded Moses. Right? So again, just because they just don't know. Right? Simple, you know what I mean? We didn't know, right? We didn't know that, hey, we have this inspired the whole world. Now we see that. You see the Montclair and different thing like rain and all of that. They pay no time to come on the channel, you know what I mean? They want to look fresher, they want to take some of these garments, and we've seen rappers coming up with certain things, we got fringes in the front on the clothes and all that. All the native Indians, and then they see with the cowboy thing, everybody wants to style. Right? Because that's what we just do. The Lord always inspires us in the time to put that can make it look very nice, look very glorious, right? So you follow? Not understanding that you're trying to fit in with your persona or the so-called white man, they want to rock out the shit and tie and all kind of different things, and they feeling well, that is what they look like when or that they feel like to be in charge or to look powerful, as opposed to actually being powerful. You want to look down as opposed to really actually getting, you know what I mean, yourself in a real people. In a real structured way and developing yourself itself, right? Developing your character, working on the things that is really encourage a human being to be beneficial to your community, to your race, to the planet itself, right? But you not a long time, they know what them doing, we try to follow them and all that. Mohammed, right? The traveler, because he was no competent traveler, he listened to what we do and what we do and all that, and take plenty of them things from it. Right? And form of the religion, the Muslim thing, right? We do know. The book of Exodus chapter 39 and verse 6 in the Hebrew. Oh yeah, Aishawa, Abanya. Oh, the book of that, no, hold on to the Asha, Asham, Masabah, Masha, but Tazar, Ta, Sahab, Mafa, Taka, Mata, Wakaya, Kawatam, I, Shama, Shamawa, Wanya, Yashala, verse 7, Waya, Shama, Akam, I, Kata, Katapa, Ha'apam, Ha'apad, Abanya, Saka, the one, Labanya, Yashala, Asha, the Zawa, Yahweh, Masha, verse 8, Waya Aisha, Aka, Shana, Ma'aisha, Asha, Kama, Aisha, upon, sahab, wakallah, wa'a, wagaman, wata, wala'aita, shanya, washasha, washaza, Usnai, Kabawai, Aya, Kapawal, Aishawa, Akashan, Zarak, Arakawa, Wazarak, Wakabawa, Kapawal, Kapawala, instead, Oya, Malaawa, Bawa, Arabaiha, Taraya, Tawa, Ya, Aman, Tawa, Adam, Patada, Aba, Kak, Rakwat, Atawa, Akar, Musilamat, Waha, Tawa, Ashanya, Napak, Sapaya, Paya, Lam, verse 12, Paya, Waha, Tawa, Asha, Layashaya, Lasham, Shabawa, Wa'a, Kalama, verse 13, Waha, Tawa, Araba, Ya'aya, Ra, Shayam, Shayash, Shaham, Waya, Shapa, Bawa, Sapa, Masha, Watazaka, Zaham, Bama, La'atham, in English. Exodus chapter 39 and verse 6. And they wrote onyx stones enclosed ouches of gold, graven as signets of graven, with the names of the children of Israel were 7. And he put them on the shoulders of the ephod, that they should be stones for a memorial to the children of Israel, as the Most High commanded Moses, verse 8. And he made the breastplate of cunning work, like the work of the ephod, of gold and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. Verse 9. It was 80. They made the breastplate double. A span was the length thereof, and a span the breadth thereof, being double. Verse 10. And they set it in 4 rows of stones. The first row was a sardius, a topaz, and carbuncle. This was the first row. Verse 12, verse 11. And the second row, an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. Verse 12. And the third row, an eagle, an agate, and an amethyst. Right? Showing you like the breastplate, a sign that we have now, right? Showing like this like the stone now, like how people like to call gold stone and kind of shitness, right? That's where they get that from. And they just twist it to make it some kind of spooky thing, like it has some kind of powers and amethyst crystals to go on, what do you call it? To go on 3 demons out your home and kind of shit thing. But that know it is. That was always like a representation of the children of Israel, right? It's just a stone, but it's not a gold stone up. It's just a representation, like you know, me showing like shaking, like there's like a ring, and let me see a man have a flag. You know, me see you put like a lion on the ring, you put a tiger on the ring, you put a wolf over the east on the ring, and then that representing like this zone here. Then so this the man over the zone here, and that represents he. So the tribe of Benjamin, them is wolf. Tribe of Judah, them is lion. You understand? Like lion of tribe of Judah and all them Rasta like the same. Right? That is where it comes from. Israelite culture is never Rasta. Anyway, that is not a different time. You know what I mean? The blaze of that testament. Right? Really. Right? So we go just continue reading the Hebrew them and then we go back to the English now, right? Actually. Verse 12, right? Let's check and see how much good side we read. Really good man. Shit. Fed. The action. Salad. Wait. So. Ito mama, basta pa. Ay, wala mo yun ang limit. Yeah, bago ka siya. Basta, lumapi masa bago ka siya, right? Ma'am, I don't really you can take it, come on, right? Alright, so, next verse. Yeah, Wakakova, Ban Banyamin Banyasha, how about Shimi Subakata? Easy. So, I'm sure that I don't know. You can walk in the gym too. Yeah, not going to look to it. You read from Exodus 39. Yeah, 39 and verse 15.
39 and 30?
Nah,
1 3.
Oh, let's do that. Think them line.
Yeah. Right, reading from verse 13, right?
Yeah, 13. Like I said, like I call it boom boom the first. I create a job at two question for you, everybody gets it, you know what I mean? We'll see there, you let's answer later, everybody gets it. But leave all the question, man. This thing that foreign. Hey, come on, watch that. You like that popcorn and shit. Everybody gets like you said, that popcorn, they got you know, like ask the question, man. Hey.
The book of we continuing reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 39 and verse 13. Waha, Tawara, Hara, Baya, Aya, Tara, Shaya, Shahma, Waya, Shapa, Mawa, Saibatha. Masha, Matazatha, Ihara, Bama, La'athama, Waha, Ara, Nayama, Ayla, Shamatha, Banaya, Yasha, Ra'ala, Hanaha, Shatha, Yama, Aisha, Ra, Ayla, Shamathama, Bathai, Wakaya, Kathama, Ayasha, Ayla, Shamawa, Lashan Nayam, Aisha, Shabatha, Waya, Aymashawa, Ayla, Haka Shana, Shara, Sharatha, Gaba, Lata, Ma'aisha, Ibatha, Ihara, Sahawara, Waya, Aisha, Aishara, Shataya, Mosha, Watazata, Ayaba, Washataya, Aiba, Batha, Ayhaba, Waya, Tanawa, Atha, Shathai, Hatha, Ba'aitha, Aila, Shanaya, Wataza, Watha, Haka, Shana, Waya, Tanawa, Shatawat, Shataya, Ha'ai, Batha, Tha, Ha'ai, Haba, Aila, Shathai, Hatha, Ba'ai, Tha, Aila, Wataza, Watha, Haka, Shana, Wa'atha, Shataya, Pataza, Watha, Shataya, Ha'ai, Watha, Tha, Natha, Nawa, Aila, Shataya, Hamasha, Watazatha, Waya, Tanama, Aila, Katha, Pata, Ha'a, Hakatha, Bata'ai, Aila, Shanawa, Kathai, Patha, Ha'apaka, Da, Allah, Mawala, Pana, Yawa, Waya, Aishaw, Shathai, Aiba, Aitha, Aihaba, Waya, Shaya, Mawa, Aila, Shanaya, Wataza, Watha, Haka, Shana, Aila, Shapa, Thawa, Ashara, Allah, Aibara, Ha'a, Pada, Baya, Taha. That was the end of 19. Reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 13 to verse 19. And the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were closed in orchards of gold in their enclosings. And the stones were according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of his signet, every one with his name, according to the 12 tribes. And they made upon the breastplate chains at the ends of written work of pure gold. And they made 2 orchards of gold and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings in the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they put the 2 written chains of gold in the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplate. And the 2 ends of the 2 written chains were fastened in the 2 orchards, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And they made 2 rings of gold, and put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate, upon the border of it, which was on the side of the ephod inward. Right, so that's the end of the verse here.
Right. So you see now, we call it as, but that's not really. That is the China talk. The China we call it. So then I didn't mean what the was talking about. We call it like a signet. So a signet is, signet is that the same thing we were talking about. When a king have a seal, like a seal, right? So that is like he said, his sign. So the king now you put his call it ring, and you put it not wax over the ear stand, and he seal are important envelope and send it out to whichever city that you know. Now that is like we call a party letter or oh gosh. Them kind of like an important letter from like a president or or a duke or some kind of thing like that. It's what they represent. Right? Like that. So that king now when you put that seal, and set the next king on the region right? So that the 12 tribes and China in general, we have our own signet. Like if you watch any wall inside of here, when you're gonna pass shoot about, let's go up before them sometime, let's put it up there, right? You will see on movie it. right? One of the videos where I see all the symbols for the tribe for all the tribes. Like Judah is the lion, as you was just now saying, the wolf, you understand the grapes, right? So forth and so on down the line, right? For all the tribes, and you see what the significance, what the flag, the banner would be, you understand the representation of who it is, right? So, right? That is what the Bible talking about, and that was always something we have. After the race, where all the significance of everybody gets right? So, the whole lot of them thing, and give you one thing out. All about the other day, the man coming on the social media and talking up in the backside. Talking about we can't see nothing, we can't see no one do nothing good for themselves and eating all kind of shit. Obviously, they can't break it down and have the videos you're sticking on. Right? And all right, if that's the case, so why is all they can't leave eating alone? You understand? Why is all they must need we eat it? But why is he have to jump in? We make some always on the comments and talking shit. Every time we say something not true, it's always admiration. What kind of shit, what kind of dumpsy mind, what kind of garbage man you have to be able to talk that kind of rubbish? Think before I say something. Actually, there's not teach you something better now because, like, all them know nothing. Like, coming on here and talking garbage every year. Stop that. Stop it. You understand? Get some help on my control. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, stop that shit. Time for the children and Israel. That's how we own things and do it as we need to do with each other and for each other. What's the problem? What's the crime in that? Show me the crime. Why your pastor and teaching in the shipness? Where is the crime in doing for one another? Why this day not on that journey? Why this all is still there and propping them up on whoever the case is? It looks all like so because they ain't getting nothing. The only thing you're going to do is destroy yourself. Because that's sin, that's all I do. All the wickedness you want to do under the rug and all that, just keep on biting your back in your backside. Nothing else again. You don't get nothing else. So go ahead if you like that, if you feel like damage and you want to play the sandwich like a little child all the day and get all licks in the world, go ahead. Feel free, you know, be my guest as you just say. Go through, we could do what we do, you understand it? Shalom. Oh, no.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Continue me reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 39, from verse 20. Waya Aishawa Shatha Ya'ai Pa'aitha I Harba Waya Talama Aila Shataya Katha Patha Ha'aha Da Mala Ma'ai Mawala Panayawa La'ai Matha Maka Barathawa Ma'aila Laka Shaba Ha'a Pada Waya Raka Saiwa Atha Hakashana Matha Ba'ai Thayawa Allah Thaba Aita Ha'a Pada Bapa Thayala Thaka Latha Laha Yatha Aila Kashaba Ha'a Paypada Wala'a Ya'aika Haka Shana Ma'aila Ha'apa Da Ka'asha Taza Waha Yahawa Atha Masha Waya Aisha Atha Ma'ayala Atha Pada Ma'aisha Araga Kala Yala Taka Latha Wapai Hama Ayala Batha Wakawa Kapaya Taka Ra'a Shapa Lapayawa Saiba Yaba La'a Yakwa Ra'ai Waya Aisha Aishawa Aila Shawalaya Hama Ayala Rama Wanaya Taka Latha Wa'ara Gaman Watha, Wala, Aitha, Shanaya, Masha, Ira, Waya, Aisha, Aishawa, Fa'ai, Manaya, Aihara, Aihawa, Waya, Tanawa, Atha, Hapa, Aimana, Yama, Bathawa, Mathawaka, Hara, Manayam, Ayla, Shawalai, Hama, Ayala, Saiba, Yaba, Batha, Waka, Harama, Nayam, Pa'ai Mana, Wara Mana, Pa'ai Mana, Wara Mana, Ayla, Shawalaya, Hama, Ayala, Saiba, Yaba, Lasa, Ratha, Ka'a, Ka'asha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Atha, Moshe. Continuing reading in the English. Exodus 39, reading from verse 14. And the stones were according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of his signet, every one of his name according to the 12 tribes. And they made upon the breastplate chains at the end of written work of pure gold. And they made 2 ouches of gold and 2 gold rings. And they put 2 rings in the ends of the breastplate. And they put the 2 written chains of gold in the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplate. And the 2 ends of the 2 written chains they fastened in 2 ouches and put them in the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And they made 2 rings of gold and put them in the 2 ends of the breastplate upon the border of it, which was on the side of the ephod inward. And they made 2 other golden rings, and they put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath toward the forepart of it, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they bind the breastplate upon the rings, and upon the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it might be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and the breastplate might not be loose from the ephod, as the Most High commanded Moses. And he made the robe of the ephod of woven wood, all of blue. And there was an hole in the midst of the robe, as the hole of an habergeon, with a band round about the hole, that it should not rend. And they made upon the hem of the robe pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet and twined linen. And they made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates upon the hem of the robe, round about between the pomegranates. And a bell and a pomegranate round about the hem of the robe to minister in, as the Most High commanded Moses. The end of it.
Solid, right? That pomegranate is like the fruit, but that is how they describe it so that you could understand. Like, but the shape of it upside down hanging from the robe itself, but it's very, very fresh. Right? So all them things that you don't see. I just see that, but I don't really interested in what sari looking like and how nice they could make a sari, right? So now how nice they could make a garment that belong to me. You know what I mean? And I go black people that take back to stuff like things and them that doesn't concern you. But it's not for you, understand? Like not your things and them. The most I stay and understand that hey, the same that the kingdom, the take back the kingdom. You have to take back your culture, understand? Nobody they're not giving it to you, and they giving it to you. Right? So like our Moses, like just now I was saying, let people do things and they follow. The same thing Moses was doing. Moses was telling Pharaoh, understand that the most I telling Pharaoh, the 7 Pharaoh, Moses to Pharaoh and let my people go. Let my people go. The same thing we telling them today. Let the people them, you understand, leave the people them alone, you understand, let them serve their God, let them do the thing. But now, you want a country to do the same thing for you, so it's getting the same legs. And them who decide they're gonna start up with prayer and them and this coming, they stop this we're gonna this thing, the same legs that you them get at that time, the same thing coming, your judgment coming short. That is what it is. You follow? It might be delayed, but it's coming. That is just what it is, because nothing that planned, you understand, is just that. It is authorized. Not spring. So everything that planned, it must come. That is just what it is. You know what I mean? You can't find that. God make it so. And if it's God, not we. Understand? Really. So again, black man, Hispanic man, native Indian man, woman, and child, come and take back your country. Understand? Come and take it back. You follow and pray it on and wait proud. Understand? Nobody feeling no type of way. Let's say, well, look come to the store now. You follow? Let them own business boss. Yeah, human rights. Okay, that. You understand? Let them do that. Let them ban it like how they do Oprah. That kind of thing after. Now, we find them play too fast too. All that money and they play, they ain't care what the people have that good. They are poor. You understand? The woman who live in France already gets to tell they don't come in my store. That the kind of thing I want. You understand? No problem. If you like go take it, if you like go, I will start. No problem. If that's how you want to run it, then you go see how things is really work. Because we know about living good enough. When in Solomon time, with that African dealing business with we, they start doing business with we, all of that running smooth, no problem. But you want to play is major development, so you understand when you feel you understand is a real boss, how things is really function. You get rude out, right? What's happening to people and pride, so that's blind. So go ahead, man, go ahead, right? And then so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, in the sun come and organize and porn, that's pretty close to what they porn. So the planet in the sun can run like big people. Like it's human being running the place. I'm not a stuck clown. An animal, you understand? And dumpy. You follow? Yeah. Come on, plug into what the most I program is because it's here. This that you didn't hear, and it's all the whole thing. So I love how that thing down and so let the thing shine. And share with them, but as they say, speak and share with them. Anything on that day?
No, last.
We don't. I think this is the last one we don't know.
Continuing reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 29, starting at verse 27. Or Salakia, 39, starting at verse 27. Oya, Aishawa, Atha, Haka, Tanatha, Sha, Shama, Shamai, Sha, Araga, La'a, Harana, Wala, Manayawa, Wa'atha, Hamataza, Napatha, Sha, Shawa'atha, Pa'a, Raya, Hama, Gaba'atha, Sha, Wa'atha, Maka, Nasaya, Habada, Sha, Mashaira, Wa'atha, Ha'a, Manatha, Sha, Masha'aiba, Ira, Watha, Kalatha, Wa'ara, Gamana, Watha, Wala'aitha, Shanaya, Ma'aishara, Rakwam, Ka'ashara, Tazawa, Yahawa, Atha, Masha, Waya Aishawa, Atha, Taza, Na'ira, Hakwa, Dasha, Ayahaba, Thaha, Wara, Waya, Katha, Bawa, Aila, Yawa, Maka, Taba, Patha, Wakaya, Kawa, Tama, Padasha, Laya, Hawa, Yahweh, Salakia, Waya, Tanawa, Aila, Yawa, Patha, Yala, Thaka, Latha, Atha'il, Hamataza, Napatha, Mala, Ma'ailaha, Ka'asha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Atha, Masha, Watha, Kala, Aiba, Datha, Masha, Kana, Ahala, Mawa, Aida, Waya, Aimawa, Manaya, Yasha, Ra'ala, Kala, Asha, Tazawaha, Kanaka, Yahweh, Atha, Masha, Kana, Aishawa, Waya, Awa, Atha, Hama, Shakana, Allah, Mashaha, Atha, Allah, wa Atha, Kala, Yawa, Para, Sayawa, Para, Shayawa, Ba, Raya, Kawa, wa Aima, the Yawa, wa Ada, Nayawa. Continuing reading the book of Exodus, chapter 39, reading from verse 27. And they made coats of linen of woven work for Aaron and his sons, and a mitre of fine linen, and godly bonnets of a fine linen, and linen breeches of fine twin linen, and a girdle of fine twin linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, and needlework, as the Most High commanded Moses. And they made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold, and wrote upon it a writing like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Most High. And they tied unto it a lace of blue to fasten it on high upon the mitre, as the Most High commanded Moses. Thus was the work of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation finished, and the children of Israel did according to all the Most High commanded Moses, so did they. And they brought the tabernacle unto Moses, the tent, and all his furniture, his thatches, his boards, his bars, and his pillars, and his sockets.
Right, so then just breaking down, you know, I mean, how we used to do things, right? And we only we call it the temple and all that. Like we had the same tradition today, or you just turn and show, let us show quickly, right? It's like how the table is there, okay, now way, and then you had the same sign we were talking about, right? The signs above there. You will see the sign that the commander general there, you know what I mean? And things like that. Now, so they call the place and look at that Hebrew writing on the wall, them kind of things, and see what's on the table there. You know what I mean? So that was always the culture. No? So we just keep on doing the same thing, right? Fresh, you know, black people like, you see them women like the ornaments, yes, you know, talk about ornaments. All them women, they like the call it the hutch, call it ornament and all kind of toy, kind of, I love that. All kind of thing, understand? Is keep. That is always the culture. That never changed. That will always be spread and that will always pass down, right? So that is a thing that the Israelite, which is black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, always used to do, right? So it's nothing different. It's just we don't know who we is because we get that work out our way and we get that beat out our way through slavery, right? And we are really actually take back the opportunity that most again we before understand this place come to a serious turmoil, what you call turmoil, nuclear destruction, intercontinental ballistic missiles, understand? Coming to warm the give it a proper warming. And you don't want to be in that jamboree, right? You want to be cold at that time, up in a spaceship somewhere turning out. Yeah, but they have good roast, right? So, Black Hispanic Native Indian is going to do this for you to get the opportunity to come back, you know what I mean? And then do what now, do what it is you have to do, you follow and fix the place. But we have ourselves to fix now. What are we waiting on we? You understand? But we inside, we waiting on God, God waiting on we to get we shit together. Excuse my French, all right? And let's say to whatever. But speak, thank you for coming to and all that, right? So that's my James coming to stand. Yeah. Oh, I did it. So, pick it up. Right, upon your them, make the face in the east. Right, Lord's Prayer first in the Hebrew. Have an hour. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ya. Shamka. Yahweh. Rakbaka. Tazak. Ya. Aisha. Ma'arat. Wa. Ya. Shemayim. Ton. Hawa. Akam. Ha. Wam. Salat now. What now? Salat. What now? My item. What? Ball. Shine. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Ka. In English, we just said was our Father. Chapter number. Be thy name. How? Kingdom come. Will be done. In it. As this number. What's this day? Daily bread. Give us all that. We forgive all debtors. Lead us not. Into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Ever. So be it. We have got very pretty power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem. Abashah. Tananawa. Ka. Rakba'a. Kalmakala. Kalmanawa. Ka. Sorry. Ka. Akwayam. Mate. Ka. Alwakwa. Mahal. Hashem. In English, we just said was Lord. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. No manner of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. Pray the blessing in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahushua. Rabbanah. Aisha'al. Abaya. Sapari. Rak. Hashem. Yahushua. Wala. English, we just said was Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And the school. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 21 in Hebrew. Asha. Yanya. Ahari. Yan. Ba'a. Isaiah. Ayi. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Ratisa. Ethan. Amawat. Galga. Ali and the woman. Smart. Na. In the woman. Wala. Eshun. Shamama. Shal. Yahweh. Smart. Yahweh. Zalka. Ayat. Yamilka. Awamam. Shamash. Kaka. Maria. Alayala. Yahweh. Smart. Ra. Shema. Akafasha. Yahweh. Shema. Azab. Aita. Olam. English. We just said was I will lift up my hand. Unto the hills. Whence cometh my help? Help come from the Most High. Be never alone. Will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Most High is thy keeper. Most High is thy shade. Upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite by day. Nor the moon by night. Most High shall preserve thee from all evil. Shall preserve thy soul. Most High shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. This time forth. Even forevermore. Psalm 83 in Hebrew. Alahai. Al-Damayalka. Al-Karash. Wal-Shwa. Al-Kayahna. Yabika. Yamaywan. Mashnayaka. Sha'ah. Warash. Alamaka. Ira Yabwa. Sawat. Yatiza Ira. Ya kaza. Fa ya ai kaza wa. Ai wani ka. Amawa. Amawa. Kakidam. Kawi. Ah. Sata. Shabya shala. What? Ya. Ai kaza wa. Nabikarwa. Aliyaka. Maria. Miratua. Ali. Nawam. Weshman. Alayam. Awaba. Agari. Bal. Mawan. Malak. Asha. Amir Shabia. As a war. Damashawo. Alawa. Imam. Yawa. Sarawat. Wanilawat. Salah. Shalom. Maya. Siyah. Sarah. Yabia. Taal. Yashua. Sumalwa. Ayed. Ara. Yawa. Man. Adama. Shayatamu. Nadayat Mawa. Sahaba. Sabah. Samanat. Kana Siyakum Wa. Asha. Wa. Irash. Wa. Ak. Wa. Ayam. Ayam. Shayatamu. Bagala. Wash. Fund. Ka. Ash. Iron. Haba. Ayam. Kanta Rajab. Asa. Fata. Malam. Malha. Nyam. Malawat. Basho. Shaka. How. Basho. Balwa. Yai. Power. Balwa. Dayo. Ya. Sa. Shaka. How. Fata. One. Malha. Ratus. In English, what just said was keep not outside. Almost that. No other peace. Be not still. Almost that. Follow. Enemies. Come up. See that they be. Lifted up the head. Taking practical counsel. Against thy people. And consulted. Against thy hidden ones. You upset. Come. Let us cut them off. From being a nation. In the name of Israel. We no more. And remember. So they consulted. Together with one consent. They confederate against the tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Wow. Agreed. Baal. Ammon. Amalek. Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Asa. Also is joined with them. The four children of God. Salah. Who unto them? Some to the Midianites. Sister Sarah. Has put your bed. The book of his sword. His perished and no. He became as down for the earth. Make the nobles. Correct. See. Yea. All the princes. As the bar. As the moon. Set. Let's take to ourselves. House of the Most High. In possession. Oh my God. Make them like the wind. Stubble before the wind. The fire burning in wood. As the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecuted. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their face with shame. They may see thy name. Almost high. And they be confounded and troubled. Forever. Yea. And they be put to shame. And perish. When we know. God. His name alone. Is the house. The Most High. All age. This is the ISUPK Christmas. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. All things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. Speak against us. I prophets. The teacher. The prince. The priest. The Israelite brother. And the school. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. Church. The rich of Israel. And refuse to give to the school. Force the rich. Go into the example. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nation. And the Jogites. Court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of enemy, I'm Lexing the dogs now, Roman Catholic Church, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Aryan nation, skinheads, Possible Matas, gay movement, lesbian, spies, focus of witchcraft, space program, army, navy, air force, marine, all street, open up the internet, and the airways, cable access, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people, seek to stop, and bring swift destruction, to all the heathen, stand in the way, and try to stop us, broadcasting your word, to understand it, and to spoil the face, cause them to go to and fro, to the earth, and consume them, that the big ship, and also the thief, and the murderer, and the house, Michael and Gabriel, come down with a fine sword, and punish all the heathen, come up against us, speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, it is the angels that are done, cause it to be spread to the media, to all the whole world, because of the shaker that comes, in the name of Yahweh, you always be. So, right? Leverageur, going to give one to the salute. Leverageur, but Shabbat, Majam, Ram, Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, Kata. Yadiksa, going to give this salute, Leverageur, Shabbat, Majam, Ram, Yahweh Hashem, Hashem. Leverageur, the Leverageur to salute the Torah, right? So, right? Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, yeah.
Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, yeah.
Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, yeah. Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, yeah. Anybody would like to be anointed at this time? This concludes the announcements. All the